Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you are definitely welcome. Today I woke up with a little bit of energy, and myself and my baby were both craving fish roll, Nigerian fish roll. And I just thought to myself, where will I be able to get Nigerian fish roll? And the way it was doing me, I didn't want to buy the one that, these days is very, very difficult for you to get a freshly hot, delicious fish roll. So I just decided to make some myself, since I already had most of the ingredients I'll be needing for what I was about to do. So I woke up, and the first thing I did was to get myself inside the kitchen, bring out the leftover fish I already had, started washing it, and started prepping for my fish roll. I'm using, I don't know the name of this fish. I think it's kote. I don't even know. I think it's Titus. I don't know the fish, but then I just brought it out and I was trying to wash it, of course. As I was washing the fish, I was just reminiscing how this pregnancy has been. We are currently in our third trimester, and this third trimester is really, really, it's going smoothly, but then it's showing me some kind of shege that I did not expect that I was going to be having. The back pain and the pelvic pain I've been feeling these days are actually so excruciating, and they are out of this world. And the worst part is that when I go for my antenatals, and then the doctor tells me or asks me, "Oh, do you have any complaint today, madam?" And then I complain to her the problems I'm having, they always tell me, "Oh, that's normal. This is something that is expected. What do you want us to do about it? I mean, it's something that you must deal with." I am always very tired. That is why, in fact, these days I just told myself that I would not even go for antenatals anymore till I know that like there's something very, very important I have to do there. Because if you're not presenting with serious symptoms, if it is just, well, the pregnancy symptoms, because most symptoms you are going to be expecting are actually expected. So if you are presenting with expected pregnancy symptoms, nobody's even going to look at your face. So these days I find it very difficult for me to even go for my antenatals, because what I'm going to just hear is, "Sorry, you have to just manage. It is part of the thing." Well, it is part of it, sha. But then I've been trying so hard to keep myself very active, because I know that if I don't keep myself active, I would be complaining more than I am complaining. I have been working since I got pregnant. Like, my house is a two-story building, and we are on the second floor. At work, we have a two-story building, and we also have a one-story building. So every day of my life since I got pregnant, it is either I am climbing the staircase in my house, or I'm climbing the staircase at work. So every day, every single day, I am climbing something. I'm climbing something, and that is actually what is keeping me active. If I wasn't climbing anything, like if I wasn't as active as I was, I wonder the kind of pains I'll be having, because if I stay in a particular place for, let's say, 30 minutes, if I sit in a particular place for 30 minutes and I do not move, and I eventually move, the kind of pains I feel is something else that even me myself, hey God, I am always very shocked. But then thank God for life, oh, thank God for myself, thank God for God, thank God for God, because God is really coming through. So I've been trying to keep myself very active, trying to do some pregnancy yoga to see if the whole back pain and pelvic pain is actually going to go away, which they are not going away. It's just that when I do it for some time, it's just going to subside or subdue the pains. But later on, the pains are going to come back as if they never left. So we have just been dealing and praying and hoping that this finally ends. I'm at that stage of pregnancy where I am done and tired. I'm like, okay, I am tired. Let this baby come. Let this baby come, because the pains I'm feeling, apart from the pains I'm feeling, I don't think I'm feeling any other thing. Ever since the beginning of this pregnancy, I've never felt anything. It's just that this trimester is coming with so much back pain and so much not waist pain. Well, it's waist pain, back pain, waist pain, and then pelvic pain. So I think it's part of the baby's weight. The baby's weight is actually what is suppressing me like this. But aside that, every other thing is fine. Well, back to my food. I prepped my old ingredients and I boiled my fish, and this is just me trying to debone the fish because we do not want any bone inside our fish room. And after I was done, I removed the bone that was not needed and I used a fork to mash my fish. The quantity of fish you are using, of course, depends on the dough you are making. So I just used that one. I prepped my onion, my pepper was there, and then I'm using the lasso fish spice because that spice is actually a go-to. So after I was done, I put everything together and I fry them together. Sorry I didn't show that process because I am actually filming with my phone, and you know how phones can be with gas. They do not align. So I don't always, that's why I don't always film when I am cooking. You only see when I'm done cooking. So God help me, I have a camera. I'm going to be filming when I am cooking, like when the food is actually on the fire. So that is what I did. And here now I'm trying to make the dough for the donuts. For the fish roll. And I have my dry flour, of course. I have sugar. I put in salt, a pinch of salt, and I put in sugar. I've said that. Sugar, salt, butter. Yeah, I put in butter too. I put in butter because I don't want the dough to be too dry. I want it to be a little bit moist. And I also put in egg. Egg and butter is actually going to make your dough to be there. It's not going to be as dry, as flaky as some dough. It's going to be very moist and creamy. I don't know how to explain it, but I know what I'm talking about. And if you're a baker, you should also know what I'm talking about. So after putting that, I try to mix all of them together to make sure all my ingredients marinate into each other. And then I also added a little bit of water. This process is actually this process actually took a while, this particular kneading process, because I made sure I knead it together, do it. I did it for like 30 to 40 minutes, and it was too soft, so I added more flour, and then I continued the process till I was satisfied with my outcome, and this is what I had. I set that aside. I let it stay for some time to just rest, and then we proceeded to the feeding proper. And for my whole setup, I'm using my cupboard, like this place you're seeing. This is my work area, so I just made sure I clean this surface very well. I washed it, and then I am now using it. So if you don't have where you are going to be staying, you can use your island. If you don't have an island, you can use a cutter, anything that you feel is comfortable for you, you can use. So I'm just trying to section the pieces together, the dough together. Oh, I'm trying to English is failing me. I'm trying to section the dough apart, just so that when I take one of it is going to be one of my fish roll. I'm just going to straighten it out and then use it for my fish roll. So after I was done, I just set it aside, and the process now began. This whole process actually took me 3 hours. So if you do not have enough time at hand, you might want to skip. Just go and buy your fish roll and eat. But if you have plenty time, like me, you can actually do it. So I started off, I forgot that I was supposed to put some flour on my roller. I'm using my pistol as my roller. So if you have a roller, it's going to be perfect. If you do not have a roller, you can use your pistol just like me, or you use a bottle. When I was younger, when we used to make chin chin in my house, it is bottle we use. We just get a bottle, all these wine bottle, or yes, wine bottle, champagne bottle. That is the ones we use. We just get it, wash it very well, and it does the job. But you just have to be very careful if you're using a bottle. just so that it doesn't break and then everything scatters into your meal. So for now, I'm using this pistol because this is way better. It's not going to break or whatever, whatever, whatever. I just have to wash it and use it. So yeah, it's just me wrapping it up and basically just making sure that it is well secured. And for making it well secured, I had to just put a small amount of flour inside this bowl that is there, and then this particular bowl that I'm showing now, this is flour and then a little bit of water, and I mix it up, and then that is what I'm using as my sealer. So after I'm done filling my fish roll, like putting my fish inside my dough, I'm going to use the flour puree to seal up that open side, like the end part, just so that when I'm frying my fish roll, I will not be having fish rolls that are open. That's just the whole aim. The whole aim is to just seal them together and make it work. So that is what I did for the whole of my fish roll. I did the same process. So I'm just going to allow you watch now and enjoy the whole thing. It came out so nice. It came out so well. Even my husband that does not like fries. My husband does not like fries at all. I always beg, when I buy fries, I beg him to eat. But this one, he ate to the fullest. So is this something I'm going to be trying again? Definitely yes. Is the process actually worth it? Yes. But is it going to take your time? Another yes. So if you have one thing about all this homemade food is that they are so easy to make. Like they can be very easy. They are so okay, they're so easy to eat. The eating process is very, very delicious and sweet. But the process of making it is actually the one that can either break or make you. So if you have a support system, like if you have support, it will be easier. But if you do not have support, if you are doing it alone, that's when you now start thinking about heaven and earth. But yeah, if you must make it, you should make it. And it is also very, very easy to make because with less than 5,000 naira, you can achieve everything that is here. For example, if I wanted to buy this thing, the flour I use for this thing is not more than 1,000 naira flour. The fish I use is just 1,500 naira. Okay, let's say the ingredients I use, I have all the ingredients already. If you do not have the ingredients, you just have to get small of it. You just have to maybe buy onion and pepper and all those small things, and then you are done, you are through, and then you just mix it together. They are just not too plenty, and then after that you have plenty fish roll to yourself. Whereas if you want to go and buy fish roll now, one of it they'll be telling you one kind of price. And the funny thing is that, or the annoying thing is that, when you are eating it, you're not even eating something fresh, something that is fish roll. You're eating something that is these days the one that is even trendy is the meat pie. I saw one meat pie that they said 10 of, no, they said 5, I mean 4 of 4 meat pie, they're selling it for 10,500 naira. And I'm like, meat pie, 4 meat pie, you're selling 4 meat pie for 10,500 naira. Ah god, that is just so ridiculous. Those kind of people can never see my money, because waiting to my hand, I'll just enter the market, buy flour, buy meat, and I will feel the meat, like my meat pie will be filled and rich. And I'm not even going to, even though I spend that kind of money, like the 10,500 naira, I'm going to be getting more than 4. You can see how juicy the fish roll actually are. They came out so nice, they came out so perfect. Even me myself, I was like, I'm a chef. This is actually my first time of trying out this fish roll, and I was so happy that it came out so nice, even though I knew that it was actually going to come out nice, because what was I expecting? After I was done frying some portion, I had to put these particular ones inside the fridge because there were too many for us to consume at once. I mean, we are just a family of 2. So doing all of them means that we have to force ourselves to finish it, which is not something I wanted. So I just had to put this one back into the fridge and fry those other ones, and that was what we ate. And these other ones, we fried it another day, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See the beautiful fish roll now, very delicious. So guys, let me know, is this something that you're going to be trying, or is it not worth the stress? As I opened it there, you can see what is inside. So oh god. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. If you've watched to this point, you're actually the real MVP. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye. And let me know also, is this worth the stress, or is Pennywise pounds foolish? Thank you for watching again. Bye 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 bye.